how's it going? I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late today, or 8 minutes late. I had some technical difficulties with my streaming software. So I am so excited to have these guys on the show today. My friends, Tyler, Gregg, and Joshua Gebhardt from amp.io. You guys know, I'm one of the only people who talks about running Google Ads to your Amazon listings in this industry, right? And it's such a powerful tool. And every time I talk about it at on a live or at a conference, everybody's like, "Wow, look at the metrics! Like, look at the difference that it can make." So when I met these guys, Dan Ashburn actually introduced me to these guys. And when I met these guys and learned that they actually have a platform that is set up to not only run your Google Ads to Amazon, but also be able to track your conversions with attribution all in one area, I had to check it out. And so we have moved all of our Google Ads over to Amped, and it's such an easy process. And these guys, we've been kind of working together to get things going. So it's just so great to have you guys on the show. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us, Amy. It's really a pleasure. I'm honored to be here because everyone speaks highly about you in the industry, starting with Dan. It was our first introduction, but we've heard from other folks now since then. And you have a reputation for like common sense, like coming straight to the point and bringing what works. And it was so fun to get on with you the first time when we were meeting each other, and you're saying, "I've been doing this for years. I've been talking about Google Ads Amazon for years," like before we were even doing it, by the way, at all. So it's just fun to bring the technology to the way you've already been thinking. So yeah, really.
Yeah, and you guys streamlined it so well, because it was very, very clunky before. I have to give full credit to my podcast partner, Andy Arnott, for figuring out Google Ads in the first place. He is the 7-figure seller, just, figuring it out. And he brought Google Ads to me and taught me how to actually do that. And it really made a huge difference. And he actually has a tool called Titan that helps to run Google Ads. So I think your platforms are a little bit different, but I love what you guys have done there. So why don't we do a quick intro? Just tell us a quick intro, a little bit about each of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tyler, you want to go? Go ahead.
Yeah, I can start. Yeah, my name is Tyler Gregg. I'm the Director of Operations here at Amped, and I work closely with a lot of our partners and a lot of our customers in helping everyone figure out how to properly leverage Google Ads. Google Ads is not easy. It's not a set and forget thing. There's a lot of training, there's a lot of education that goes into it. So I work very hard with my team to get out as much content and educational material as possible to help Amazon sellers, figure out how to successfully promote their products on Google Ads. So I'm excited to be here today with Amy and share a little bit more about specifically what we're doing on the attribution front.
Awesome. I'm Joshua, co-founder, CEO of Amped, and excited to share a little bit about the vision and why we're doing what we're doing.
That's amazing. So thank you guys so much again for being here. And can I just ask you guys, what would you say? There's a million ways to run Google Ads to Amazon. Well, not a million. Honestly, it's really hard to figure out. Most people, they'll set up a Google Ads account and they'll notice that they have to set it up to run it to their website. And they're like, how do I get it to Amazon? How are these people doing this, right? How are these people experiencing this ranking and everything else? And Google is so bottom of funnel. 60% of Amazon's external traffic comes from Google, or comes from search. So why wouldn't you be running ads on that platform to Amazon, which is a huge domain, super cheap to run ads? That's why I love Google Ads. It's like just such a no-brainer. Like if you're not doing it, just do it. But you guys, there's a lot of ways we could do it manually. And then we could manually go into Amazon attribution. If we can figure it out, we can do it manually. But what makes Amped different than setting up Google Ads on your own manually?
Yeah, I can start on that one. And there's kind of this list of best practices on what to do in order to do Google Ads to Amazon successfully. And the best practices actually start with, do not listen to Google Ads recommendations because Google Ads is set up mainly to send traffic to D2C stores. There's conversion tracking pixels on D2C sites. There's different bidding strategies within Google Ads. Google Ads gives a lot of recommendations that are not proper for Amazon sellers. So what AMP does is we give you a one-track path to set up a Google Ads campaign for your products on Amazon. It avoids all the chaos, all the bad recommendations from Google Ads, because it's specifically set up for the Amazon seller.
I love that. And Joshua, you mentioned something that I thought was so important. You know, a lot of people are concerned about black hat techniques and about getting suspended. Amazon has dropped so many rules lately, so many changes. It seems like it's changing every day. And so people are just very, I won't say fearful, just nervous, you know, about like, okay, am I even allowed to do that? You know, what's going on? And why don't you tell everybody a little bit about how you work with Google and Amazon to make sure that you're in the clear?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And there is a lot of misinformation and fear and right information as well. I won't go into all those details, but I'll kind of suffice to say that we are 100% compliant with Google and Amazon. And let me tell you why. So we've been a managed partner of Google for just under 3 years, coming on 3 years now. And we actually, before we shifted to what we think is the future, big future of our company, and the service we provide you guys is Amazon sellers. It's the fastest growing e-commerce community out there. You guys are awesome, by the way. So much energy. We have loved getting to know the Amazon community over the last 2 years now. We're a managed partner with Google, so we have the best integration with Google Ads, and even more is coming with them. They've actually helped build, their engineers have helped build some of the technology that you get to use with our platform. On the Amazon side, we came on the scene with a few. We've been building this with Google for the year prior to when we first launched in August, and basically Amazon kind of called us up and said, "Wow, what are you guys doing? This is awesome." And so started the relationship with them, and we're now not just a managed partner of Amazon. They just told us this was like 2 weeks ago, just before the holidays, that we are their premier partner for attribution for 2022. We're planning out roadmap, more hosted webinars by Amazon, and marketing and collaboration, and working on roadmap with them. So suffice to say, you're 100% compliant when you're using AMP for Amazon services, obviously Google as well.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, Tyler, you're going to give us an actual demo today of how you claim that we can set up a Google Ads campaign in like under 3 minutes. So it is pretty easy. I've gone through it, but you're going to give us a demo today. And Joshua's going to kind of talk us through an overview. So are you guys ready to go for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Awesome. So, at Amped, I'm just going to give you kind of the high level, like what we do. If this is the first time you're hearing about Amped, I'm excited to have you learn and be on the team, the Amped team. So we offer the fastest, simplest, and it really is. You can do it in 3 minutes. I would say from beginning to end, 8 minutes. If you've never had a Google Ads account, you can get up and running. It's that easy. We're going to show you. It's the fastest, easiest way to harness all of that power of Google. It's still where 5.6 billion searches a day are happening, and funnel that percentage interested in your, amplify that voice of your product to get them to your Amazon store and know accurately where to double down, where to correct. So blue ocean shift, this picture you're looking at, I'm from Hawaii originally, so I like the waves, but it really is a blue ocean shift that is happening. Amazon has opened the doors and transparency, so we know down to a keyword level what's causing someone to add to a cart, which keyword is causing someone to actually purchase. We can see that now and then kill and correct, all right, very quickly. But the blue ocean shift is this is like, you guys, this is still green grass, blue ocean. Not most of the world is doing this yet. So we're really excited to bring it to you, anyone who's listening to Amy's wonderful information. And basically, this conveyor belt we've set up with Amped moves people from Google, again, like the largest source of traffic still in the world today, into your Amazon stores, and we make it super easy. So
5.6 billion searches a day on Google, and
Yep.
Amazon 78 million. I love that. Sorry, that's just overwhelming to think about.
It is right now, and just to be totally fair, right? That's aggregate. That's all searches. People trying to find out how far is the moon from the Earth. Like my son is like interested in finding. It's everything, but a lot of those, I would still say, at least half of product searches originate on Google, and I would say, this is getting a little bit into philosophical, but like I'm just thinking about my own personal search behavior. I was, early leading and like, okay, let's just start on Amazon. But now I actually, even this morning, I started my search on Google to then of course I went to see if that product was on Amazon, which maybe I ran into one of our ads. I don't know. I was looking for a desk pad, but it's actually having a resurgence. So I think that there is even more product searching coming back to Google, because let's get the whole lay of the land and then go try and buy it on Amazon, right? So I digress. So we'll go on to the next slide, Tyler. So Amy nailed it at the beginning. Like everyone should be doing it. We really believe so too. I mean, if you're a brand seller, there is no question you should be doing it, because Amazon's giving you 10% back of every sale. It's almost like free advertising, essentially. Usually about 70% of your seller fees on average. It varies per category. But the whole idea here is external traffic. What Amazon has done is obviously giving you clarity. We do that. We're going to focus on that today. Tyler will show you how we can get you attribution like with a click, essentially. We're the connector of the two ecosystems. But further to that, it's going to drive external traffic. It's going to drive your rank. So external traffic coming in, we can't tell you exactly how the algorithms that Amazon's using work, because we're not Amazon. But what we can see over thousands and thousands of campaigns now in the Amped platform is that there is a disproportionate favor to external traffic coming in. So the sheer fact that you drive external traffic in causes a lift in your organic rankings and search. And then then there's the bounty, and then Google really offers this source of high quality, inexpensive traffic. And I think we might have a slide later, but if not, basically there is probably about a third, actually maybe more like even a quarter to a fifth of the cost for a click on Google as it is to Amazon. And with our product, we're helping you get more bottom of the funnel. Instead of the top of the funnel searches, we're actually capturing them at the right place. And our software helps you create the right ad to capture the bottom of the funnel, basically be very, very efficient with that.
And that's really key, because when I've audited people's Google ads in the past, I've seen that they just really don't know how to create an ad, because it's not very intuitive on Google's platform. And that's what I love about what you guys have done. Your platform actually shows us a suggested what to put in the title, what to put in the subtitle. And then we can actually go in there and see how those ads are performing from a very visual standpoint versus just logging into Google ads where it's like just a chart and you're like, okay, I have all these clicks, but I don't know what they mean. And then the other key thing that you guys do is you show conversions in Amazon's attribution side by side with that Google data. So yeah. I can log into Amazon attribution on my own and then Google ads on my own and try to make sense of it. But you guys show it in a way that actually makes sense, where you can tweak those ads in a way that's really going to help you. I think where people get caught up is they expect Google ads to be just like Amazon PPC. And they're two completely different platforms. They work differently and it's not the same. So I think the strongest thing is that my test I wrote here, my test have shown that external traffic ranks your product 3-to-1 over just on Amazon PPC. So That's the thing, is it takes a little longer, but it's like this snowball effect that it's just crazy. And it's so bottom of funnel. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah. That's one of our, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Amy, just adding on to that is the difference between Google and Amazon is something that is so important to recognize. All of our users, when they sign up, they get invited to a 3-part onboarding training session where we dive deep into the difference of Google and Amazon. So I'm not going to get into it today. Today's really focused on the attribution side, but on Google, there is a funnel. There's top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel search terms. Whereas on Amazon, you basically only have bottom of the funnel search terms. Every search on Amazon is a product intent, buying intent search terms, which makes it super easy. Your ACoS is going to be great. On Google, you have to avoid the top of the funnel and search terms, and you have to identify the middle and the bottom of the funnel ones. Amped helps identify those, but then more importantly, we give you the data through our automated attribution setup to tighten the net around the keywords that really work, the ones that really convert, the ones that really drive rank for your products. So I'm not going to go into too much of that today, but definitely invite everyone who's listening in to join our 3-part onboarding training. Whether you're already a current customer, go join them again. If you're a new customer, check them out as you get your campaigns going, because it's so important to understand the difference between Amazon and Google searches.
Yeah, and I'll wrap this up here so Tyler, you can get started. But just one thing to tag off or jump off of what you had said, Amy, about these two disparate systems. And yeah, you can set up attribution manually, and then you can go set up Google Ads manually. By the way, we make both of those like 10x easier within our system, but that's not even the main value. Actually, Tyler, stay on that other slide for a second. That's actually not even the most important, just the one before that, Tyler. That's not even the most important value. You cannot, so I'll just say this, like Amped is the only place in the world that you can see the full correlation, the full connection of what click, what keyword drove what sale. You can't tie that up if you do this disparately. You can make approximations. You could get maybe estimates, but it will never be accurate. You need to be accurate, right? Every dollar counts. So we
yeah, I went from not being able to track my stuff really at all, just going, hey, I have better sales and better ranking when I run Google Ads, and then just kind of like optimizing it on the Google Ads dashboard, to getting better at, linking Amazon attribution and being able to actually see some of where some of the sales were coming from, but not knowing what keyword they were coming from on Google Ads. Because if you look at that on Amazon attribution, right, to now on Amped, I can see it all in one picture, and it's so pretty.
And we're like it better every day. Thank you. And so then the last couple of things on this slide is, conversions you wouldn't get otherwise, right? This is net new traffic, right? You'll still, we're not saying, we are by no means saying, and I think it's clear, don't stop Amazon sponsored or PPC. Keep that going. This is supplemental to kind of just, it's a halo effect. It'll really kind of kick that flywheel into the next gear. And it does take time. It's not like instant. Some people will see instant results, by the way. You will see that. But even those folks are going to get even more, like 60, 90 days into it, you'll feel this snowball effect happening. And it'll be getting better as well. And then the final thing, ahead of your competition, right now it's still blue ocean. At some point, I think in a couple of years, maybe even in a year, you'll start to feel the difference. There'll be other, this will be standard operating procedure for everyone. This is not going away. This is only going to increase. So excited to get it to you fresh. So Tyler, you can go to the next one. Yep. So this is just kind of a simple visualization of what it is. Again, reiterating the simple value. We make it the fastest, simplest way for you to connect the two ecosystems and harness that massive wave on Google to drive your rank and sales. And really kind of, we break that down into a few key values. You get attribution across every ASIN, parent, child, every variation, instantly, accurately, 100% accurately. You don't have to like copy and paste all the tags. And then down to the keyword level, I've said this a few times now, but it's so important because, again, even if you kind of knew at a high level if a campaign's working, you might have one keyword that's eating up all of your costs. In fact, we're still coaching our current customers on this. Hey, make sure you go in there and look. We'll easily visualize, you spent $500 on this keyword and it's gotten like one conversion, but these ones you've only spent $10 and they've gotten 5 conversions or 5 sales, right? So you can easily go in there and pause the bad ones and then double down on the good ones. And then finally, the attribution bonus, where it's on average 10%. It ranges like, I think 7 to all the way up to 15% around. but they'll give you a kickback for every sale that you drive from external traffic. Because we've done the attribution automatically, you'll make sure you get credit for every single possible sale. I think there's a 14-day window there. You're going to get a kickback from Amazon. They'll write you a check. So you might even, some people are amped is more than paying for itself. But we think it is anyway. But even just with that attribution bonus automatically getting kicked in. So let me hand it over to you, Tyler, to kind of finish any parts that I didn't do, didn't share, and then give the demo.
Yeah, sounds great. I'll jump into the demo here, actually. And this is the part where we're only going to demo a small component of AMP today. The rest of it you can see on our onboarding trainings or on our customer success trainings tab in our app. It's right up here, training right here on the upper middle part of the tab. But what we're focusing on today is creating a campaign that has attribution tagging attached to it automatically. So when you join Amped, you're going to come in here, you're going to have your Amazon seller tab right here. First thing you're going to do is connect to your Google Ads account, which I've already done. Super easy. If you do not have a Google Ads account already, Amped will walk you through creating your first Google Ads account, and you'll get up to $150 ad credit if you create your account through Amped. If you already have a Google Ad account, just connect it. Don't try to get this 150 ad credit, because just like Amazon, Google doesn't like you having multiple accounts. They're pretty good at seeing who is creating multiple accounts, and they'll suspend it. So if you have an account, just connect it right here. Then we're going to create the ad. This is the part, I could do it in about 30 seconds here, but I'm gonna go a little bit slower just to make sure we're hitting all the important parts. And I encourage you guys to do it as well. Your first few campaigns, you wanna be very intentional. You wanna take your time going through it. It's super easy, maybe too easy, because you wanna be very specific about your ad copy, about your keywords, and making sure that you're investing in the right areas. So first step here is you're going to connect Amped to your Amazon ads account. This will allow us to marry Google and Amazon data together in one platform. And then you're going to be able to see conversions and clicks and costs right next to each other. Just as Amy was saying, before Amped, she would go into Google Ads, then she'd go into Amazon, try to make sense of the data. Excuse me. Amped does that for you. So connect it to your Amazon ads account, then drop in the ASIN that you want to advertise. I grabbed a random product off of Amazon here, dropped the ASIN here, Amped pulled in the product listing information, confirm this is the product that you want to promote, and then press next. Now, this is the magical part. If you are brand registered, Amped will automatically apply your Amazon attribution tag. So notice I went from this screen straight to this screen, and enable Amped attribution is automatically clicked. That is all you have to do. You just press next, and now you're going to get keyword level conversion data. The tagging for your brand referral bonus will automatically be applied to these as long as you're enrolled in the brand referral bonus program. Your tagging will track these automatically. You don't have to do anything. And that's it. You press next, and you're on to the next part. So within Amped, the focus of it is the three main components of Google traffic is the impact that can have on your total sales and your ranking, hopefully some conversions and a decent ACoS, and then the brand referral bonus kickback. So while we encourage everyone to start their Google ad campaigns, run it consistently for a few months, and then check your total sales to see, did you see that halo impact as you fed the Amazon ranking algorithm the Google traffic that it wants? We also help you track rank on 3 specific search terms. So you can put in these 3 search terms here. You can see suggestions from Amped and just select a few of them, and you'll see where these start at the beginning. Amped will track the rank with a line chart in our system over time, so you can see how is this ranking improving, hopefully, over the course of a longer period of time. Now, to be clear, we do not do anything specifically to power these search terms. This is more to kind of track the overall rising tide lifts all boats situation. So very consistently, as you feed the Amazon ranking algorithm, your search terms will go up. But we definitely encourage you to look in Seller Central to see your total sales, because that's the big metric we care about. Did we get the halo impact after sending external traffic? So I'll hit next. Now we'll start geo targeting. Where do we want this ad to show? What countries? So if you sell in the US, obviously geo target the United States. AMP works worldwide. So whichever Amazon marketplace you want to sell into, Europe, India, China, wherever, you can target that ad and it will send that traffic straight there. Now you pick the keywords. So this part, you want to slow down, be very intentional about the keywords that you pick. So Amped helps out here. So this is the product we want to promote. It's a luxury magnetic knife block. So we'll see keyword ideas from Google, and Amp's going to recommend some search terms. A lot of these search terms are going to be very high quality. Some of them you'll need to use your business knowledge, your product knowledge, your marketplace knowledge to avoid them. So in this case, Amazon magnetic knife block. What was our product? Magnetic knife block. And where is it sold? On Amazon. So that is a really, really good term. We'll click that and you can see it was added to our list. Magnetic knife block Amazon, also a really good term. Similar, but slightly different. Different enough to where we'll want to include it. What we also see here is when there's search terms that populate here with Amazon in them, that means that people are searching Google for that product and they're asking Amazon for it. So what this actually means is people are too lazy to go to their browser, pull up Amazon.com and then search. So instead they just search Google for it. So people are searching on Google, magnetic knife block Amazon. That is low-hanging fruit. That's people that are probably Prime customers. They probably want that free shipping. They have their credit card saved on Amazon. That's bottom of the funnel, high intent search terms. And those are the ones we want to grab. We'll also see magnetic knife holder stands. That's pretty darn descriptive of this product. So we'll add that one to it. Terms that we want to avoid. So Amazon kitchen knives. We want to avoid that. Yes, it's related, but it's not specifically our product. So avoid those things. Amazon knife block holder. This is one, it's similar to your product, but you want to avoid this because it's not exactly your product. What's unique about this product is that it's magnetic. Someone that's searching on Google for knife block holder, they haven't decided that magnetic is a component that they value. They're still in that middle top of the funnel research phase where they're saying, hey, I need a knife block holder. What kind of knife block holder? Do I want a wall mounted one? Do I want one that sits on my table? Do I want one that is magnetic? Do I want a bamboo one? Do I want a steel one? They haven't told Google what they want exactly. So we want to avoid those search terms. So be very specific. Grab the search terms that are very specific to your product and what's unique about your product. We recommend 10 to 20. Choose at least 5. If you only find 5 or 6 that are very specific, start there. You can always add more keywords later, but we want to keep that net very tight around what is specific to your product. So we'll hit next. And then the last step here is putting in your ad copy. This is another part where Google is different from Amazon. On Google, you need to align your keywords, your ad copy, and your product listing. Whereas on Amazon, you really only need to align your keywords and your product listing. So in this case, we want to be intentional about the ad copy that we put in here. So this first headline, you see we're going to build this ad up here. You'll be able to preview it. The first headline, you want to type in exactly what your product is. So I did magnetic knife block, magnetic knife block. You have 30 characters here. So I was able to say, hey, this is a wood magnetic knife block. And even further, I was able to put in best. If you put in best here, it signals to the person searching it that this is a high quality item. And what it looks like to a consumer on Google is when they search for wooden magnetic knife block, they get an ad that looks like it's from Amazon. And it looks like Amazon's saying, hey, we have a lot of knife blocks. Here's our best wooden magnetic knife block.
And best is one of the top searched keywords. And you cannot use that on Amazon. It's crazy that you can actually run an ad for that on Google and drive traffic to your listing, and people search. That's one of the biggest search is best, or for a certain audience, and you can do all of that right there. And also go to the top of Google search for that term because you're the most relevant. And you're running ads to Amazon, which is a big domain. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You can run a best ad to your own website, but your own website is chopped liver to Google. So you're not going to get great placement. You run a best ad to Amazon, one of the largest traffic sources for Google, one of the biggest referral sources, your ads are going to be at the top of that freaking page. Like, and then Amazon's going to see that you're sending traffic to them, and they're going to go, oh, new customers? We already have 80% of America. Let's just take over the world. Let's rank this listing. And it's just a beautiful thing.
It is. I just add one thing. We have another slide in our longer presentation where we kind of contrast and compare what's happening. I mean, obviously, we probably not a too big of a secret that Amazon is Google's biggest customer, right? So they're advertising anyway. But what they can't do and what you can do, owning your product and customers and business, is be able to say it in the exact way that's going to draw your customers. Like, for instance, Amazon might advertise a knife block, but if you have something where it's like the ratings, the prime, all the unique key words that describe your product, you're going to actually, and Google will recognize this, you're more relevant, you're more specific. You could even beat out Amazon's own ads for, and then Amazon, what they try and do is arbitrage, right? They're going to buy a cheap click on Google and then resell it to you on their own platform. But we're helping you get in front of that. So.
I love it. I love it. And Justine wants to know, is there a difference between Amazon Attribution and Amazon Brand Referral?
Yes. So there is a difference. So Amazon Attribution allows you, allows you to put tags on your external campaigns. Amazon Brand Referral Bonus is an additional component that you put another tag on, and then when that external traffic converts, then Amazon says, you're in our program, you got a conversion, here's your kickback. So they're two separate things. AMP takes care of both of them automatically. All you have to do to get access to Amazon Attribution is be brand registered in one of the markets that Amazon's released it to, US, Europe, North America and Europe for sure, and a few other markets that they're are already active in. And then the brand referral bonus program, it's only active in the United States right now, but we know that Amazon's rolling that out worldwide, or continuing to roll it out to other markets here in 2022. So all you have to do to get access to the brand referral bonus is be in the market that it's active in. And then you go to your Amazon ads console and you hit enroll in brand referral bonus program. You hit that enroll button, AMP takes care of everything else.
Love it. Makes it easy. Nothing to figure out.
Yep, exactly.
Right.
So most of it's automated. And then when you go in and you're creating this ad copy, so do that best stuff. And we're recommending this before we found out that you couldn't use the term best on Amazon. Great way to do this. And it's just another way that Google's different than Amazon. Then you're going to build your headline suggestions. So hit the headline suggestions from AMP. What we're doing here is we read your product listing page and then make some recommendations. Some of them you want to take, not all of them. So in this case, we know that there's 700 plus ratings, 4.7 stars. Absolutely. Put that in here. You can see that this ad looks really good. Best magnetic wood knife block, 700 ratings. That's an enticing ad. That's a qualifying ad because of the magnetic component. And then also prime eligible. People know that they're going to get free shipping. Avoid ones like free. It's not free, right? We're reading that off your website. So that's part of the automation. We at AMP firmly believe that automation combined with the human brain is a very good combination. So we'll do some of it, but don't just click it. Like, combine it with your business knowledge. You're the business owner. You guys know what's right about your product. So make the right decision here. And then the last part here is add descriptions. So here, your product listing should be optimized at this point. So all you have to do is just copy and paste some stuff here. Universal knife block stores knives up to 8 inches. I just copied that, pasted that right in here. And you can do up to 4 of these things. What they'll do is they're going to rotate through, and the campaign is automated to where you give it a few options for headlines, a few options for descriptions, this part down here. Over time, the campaign is going to automatically A/B test which combination of headlines and descriptions provides the best quality traffic. And over time, it's going to A/B test that and focus in on the right combination. So then all you do here is you hit next. Now you're going to set the budget. We recommend about $15 a day 10, 15, or 20. You can set whatever budget you want. If you're comfortable with 12, set it there. What we recommend is you need to set a budget that you're comfortable with spending for a consistent period of times, 2 or 3 months. That's when you say you feed enough traffic into the Amazon ranking algorithm, you give it enough time for it to adjust to it and to reward you. Obviously, Amazon really wants external traffic. They're paying cash with the brand referral bonus, and they're giving ranking juice and more visibility organically on Amazon. So give it time, set a budget you're comfortable with, and over time, you will very likely see that halo impact, which will be reflected in your overall ranking, but more importantly, in your total sales. So look at that total sales from before a time period before turning on Google Ads, turn on Google Ads for a few months, see if your total sales have increased. Likely you will see that. You do have to have a decent amount of budget. If you're doing like $20,000 a month on a product or something, and you set a budget here for $2 a day, likely not going to have a very big impact. So that's why we recommend 10 to 20. If you're comfortable with 12, 13, something like that, set that there and then let it run. And when you let it run, follow our training, join our training sessions to understand how to optimize the campaigns going forward, because this is not a set and forget. This is a set and massage. You want to make sure you're watching these campaigns, making the right adjustments over time, which we train you how to do. And then the last step here, confirming attribution is turned on. It's going straight to your product listing page. The ad copy looks good. It's well written, no grammar errors. These are the keywords that we're going to be investing in, and you launch your ad. Once you launch your ad, now you get the power of the automation and the power of the attribution. So once you've launched your campaign and you've let it run for a little bit, you've worked through your optimizations, which we'll train you on in your onboarding, you're now going to be able to see this type of data. Amy was talking about how you go into Google Ads, you go into Amazon, you try to make sense of the data. This is a screenshot of our platform from one of our campaigns or one of our customers. You can see impressions, clicks, and costs. That's Google data for the campaign, married right next to conversions and revenue from Amazon. And then we calculate your ACoS and your ROAS, ROAS, that's return on ad spend. It's the same thing as ACoS. It's just Google's terminology for it, and it's calculated slightly different. It's like the inverse. But you can see here, this campaign has a 59% ACoS. That's a great ACoS for Google Ads. We never expect you to get the same ACoS or better ACoS on Google than you would on Amazon. What we're looking for is a break-even ACoS, 100% ACoS or around there. Factor in your 10% brand referral bonus. That gets you down even further. In this case, we'd be at 49% once you factor in the brand referral, plus the total impact on the total sales as that halo effect kicks in. This is likely having a very big impact for this customer. Now, even better, we can see that these are keywords. I just blurred out the keywords. These are the Google keywords that this customer is investing in. You can see that some of them perform better than others. Overall, they're getting a 59% ACoS, but these two keywords are doing most of the work. 19% ACoS, 38% ACoS. And this keyword is actually dragging down the total campaign performance. So depending on what your goals are, you could pause this keyword right inside the AMP platform and allow, instead of $37 going into this higher ACoS, force that budget into these better performing, higher efficiency keywords. That will allow you to improve your ACoS over time. And this keyword level conversion data, as Joshua said, it's not available anywhere else. You cannot get this without setting up attribution automatically through the AMP system. So this is really the special sauce and the ability to give you the keyword level data that you need in order to improve performance. So another example, and we have a ton of examples like this, is in this case, you had a 52% total ACoS, but one of these keywords was really, really driving the overall performance. And this is ROAS, so return on ad spend. And you get this keyword level conversion data, and you can see what's really performing and what isn't. In this case, $21 spent on this keyword, pause it. Stop wasting your money there. Reinvest it into this keyword that is getting conversions. In this case, these keywords are getting 10, 23% ACoS. I probably wouldn't pause one that's getting 77% ACoS, but you could, depending on the goals of your business. So lots of examples. It's all about the data. Amp's role in this is helping you create your campaign, then giving you the data you need in order to improve the performance over time. And all of that we cover in our onboarding training in terms of how to actually make the most of this investment.
And there's a new feature that's not shown here, that when you find a keyword that's working really good, you'll see a plus symbol. This is an old screenshot. We're constantly putting out new features where you can have that keyword become a seed keyword, and we will go with AMP technology querying between Amazon, A9, A10 Search Algo, and Google Search Algo to find you the best terms, that knowing that one went good, that you can pick from. And we'll show you how much they get searched every month. So you can quickly be like, yeah, I'm going to take some high performer, high search, and then take a few chances on some, low ones that might fit my product well. And we'll do that all with our machine learning, everything that we have built into the system. And last piece, because we love Amy so much, a little preview of what's coming. Our data science team has been working hard on the next evolution, where we're actually going to predict, tell you like what is going to probably perform, how it will perform for you in the future. So that's going to be coming. Stay tuned in the next few months. But we're going to continually be growing and expanding the capabilities of this platform.
I love it. And I asked the audience, do you run Google Ads? Why or why not? And Christina says, I didn't know you could. And there's a lot of people who don't know because nobody really teaches that, right? And Justine says, I've run Google Ads previously, however, poorly optimized and managed by me. So hopefully, Justine, this opens up a whole new world for you to get moving on actually understanding what's happening. Because I think that's what was the hard part with Google Ads before, is like people just really didn't understand what was happening. And I just have to commend you guys, because you have this wonderful community where you've got people asking questions, you're there to help them, and it really is kind of a collaborative effort to figure it out and to just continuously improve and make things better.
Yeah. And I would just say to Justine there is, you've run Google Ads before, poorly managed. Don't beat yourself up too much. Google Ads is difficult. This is not something that we just say, hey, it's going to go change your total business, just turn it on and just let it run. This is something that you need to work on. This is something that, it's such an important component of being successful now on Amazon. And it's going to be more so in 2022 here. We know. Yeah, go for it, Amy.
I've been running Google Ads for years, and I still just working with you guys, working together and knowing what I knew before, and then you guys looking at it from your side. And when you have seen other accounts, you were able to help us get into our Google Ads account and turn off things that Google had automatically turned on. And we were like, man, what's going on with our conversions here? And so I got so many more insights with a platform like this than what I had previously. And then just working collaboratively with you, it's really given me a lot of insight, and it's allowed me to actually optimize in a better way than I was able to do before.
Yeah, exactly. And we have, very experienced Amazon sellers like you using it. And we have a lot of aggregators that are using it. It's like every single day, another aggregator reaches out to us to figure it out. It's important. The big brands, they're all doing this. They're all investing in figuring out how to do Google Ads the right way. So we're super excited to, bring this self-serve technology to, SMBs, small, medium-sized businesses that are invested in growing, invested in taking that risk, invested in figuring out how to add this onto their marketing stack, because it is going to be, par for the course here in a couple of years. So the early adapters are the ones that have the opportunity to, use this, feed that Amazon ranking algorithm, hopefully see a good ACoS, but that's really not the point of this. The point of this is feeding the Amazon ranking algorithm the quality traffic that it really wants from Google.
Love it.
And Justine asked made a comment that I just wanted to respond to too. If you haven't done brand referral and attribution, back to the question earlier, go do it. Amazon this is a move I think globally Amazon's making. They want everyone to be a brand. Don't fear if you're not a brand. It's okay. Like they're not like cutting you out or anything, but they're paving the way to make it super fast and easy. It used to take months to get a brand. Now it's less than 2 weeks. Amazon helps you do it. All you have to do is show like kind of the postmark that you've kind of the brand is brand registered has received it, and that your brand registered, right? So then you get all the bonuses of attribution and the check that they'll write you for every inbound traffic. So highly recommend, if you haven't done that, go get your brand.
Yes, I would agree. All right, Tyler, what do we have? Are we done with our demo today?
Yep, we are all set. We want to keep it super focused on attribution today. There's so much more we can cover, but I really encourage everyone, if you've already created an Amped account, make sure you check out the training tab. I'm going to back out here. Am I still showing my screen?
You are not. Let me show you on stream there.
Perfect. Yes. Make sure to join the training sessions here. So jump in here. If you've already been on Amped and you haven't seen our onboarding 1, 2, and 3, sign up for them and join them. If you're new, sign up for them and join them in the proper order. In week 1, we have specific training for week 1, campaign creation, all the important things to think about, difference between Google and Amazon. Training 2 is specifically for campaigns that have been running for about 2 weeks. And training 3 is specifically for campaigns that have been running from about 3 to 4 weeks. So make sure you join those. We go into a lot more detail on how to optimize campaigns, how to squeeze the most out of your Google Ads investment. We just kind of touched the tip of the iceberg here today, but we covered the most important part, the attribution side. Join these sessions for all the other good stuff.
I love it. And everybody should know, if you guys want to try, you should try it. If you are ready to go, whether you're launching a new product or you have an existing product that you need a sales boost on, that you've never tried external traffic because external traffic is just too overwhelming for you. And you're like, I don't know how to do Facebook ads. I don't know what to do. It's okay. Google ads they reach the widest audience. They're the easiest to set up. They're the most bottom of funnel. People go to Google to find shopping opportunities. So definitely, you guys, head over to amp.io, ampd.io, and you can try it free they have a 14-day free trial. So you really have no excuse, okay? If you guys go over there and try out Amp, you can set up your ads right away. You can go through all of Tyler and Joshua's amazing training. That's free there for you with your free account. And let's say that you don't like it and you cancel. Guess what? Your Google ads are still set up. You're just not going to have all that beautiful attribution data and all this amazing training to help you continue to optimize. So I do hope that you try it and you stick with it, because it is really, really good. And these guys are here to help you to optimize it. But if nothing else, just give it a shot. You have no excuse not to give it a shot. 14 days is plenty of time to, get in there, try out some things. Just keep in mind that Google ads, you really do want to give them at a minimum 2 weeks to move and start to kind of spin up and start to see some traction, because they're not like Amazon. Google has a different type of learning engine where they really you have to think Google has access to all of the internet. And your Google ads are going to follow that user around like a stalker all around the internet. And so Google kind of just crawls. They have so many more ad spots than Amazon does, right? When you're running Amazon PPC, you're just on Amazon, right? But when you're running Google ads, you have access to this kind of map across the internet where you could show up on blog posts, you could show up, anywhere where Google, at the top of emails. I always see ads at the top of my Gmail box, if I visited something. So remember, this is sending diverse traffic to your listing, and that takes a little while to map out. So give it a shot. I've seen so many people, they'll start it up, and then 3 days later, they'll be like, it's not working. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, chill. That's what you need to do first. Chill and get some data. And then, take action, make sure that those ads are working. But this is the easiest way to do it. So take these guys up on their offer, try it out. And thank you guys for being here today. This is incredible. Congratulations on becoming Amazon's preferred partner for Google Ads. And being on Google Ads approved list, because that's no easy feat, right? Thank you guys so much for all of the work that you've done with me to help me even get better at Google Ads. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having us. And please come with that 14-day free trial is actually leaving soon. It'll probably be gone in about 10 to 14 days. So go try it out now for that. And Amy, thank you so much for having us. It was, as always, a pleasure to be with you. I'm looking forward to continuing to collaborate together.
Yes, definitely. Okay. And thank you, Tyler, for that amazing demo today.
Thank you, Amy.
All right, guys. Well, let us know how this goes if you're catching the replay. I know we had some technical difficulties, so some of you clicked the interested link on the original link, and then you're like, wait, I'm missing the Google Ads thing. So go ahead and follow up with your questions. I know where these guys live, so I can, get them answered for you. And glad to hear from you guys. Glad to help you grow as always. And we'll see you guys in an hour on Seller Roundtable. Today we have my retail mentor, Talor Offer. He's going to be on the show talking about how to get your products into retail stores, not just brick and mortar, but subscription boxes, all the places, just really great opportunities. This guy's got tons of experience. He's helped me so much. And so we're going to talk to him today on Seller Roundtable. You can go to sellerroundtable.com/live to join us in the Zoom and ask your questions. So we'll see you guys there in an hour. Again, Joshua, Tyler, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.